Hello, dear friends. Subscribe to the channel and write your thoughts. Ideas about this syndrome were first put forward by psychologists named Matlin and Stang in 1978. Pollyanna syndrome is when a person can see only the positive sides, even in bad events. The expression, looks at the world through pink glasses, can be attributed to people who have the syndrome. A person whose car has broken down does not spoil his mood and thinks that walking is good for health. To investigate this syndrome, psychologists turn to the work Pollyanna. The work, Pollyanna, was written by the American children's writer Eleanor in 1913. In a short time, the work became a favorite work of children, especially girls, as an example of children's literature. After the publication of the novel, her heroine Pollyanna was called the most optimistic literary character by literati. The book tells the story of a girl who was orphaned at the age of 11 and who could not at all forgive her once rich mother for marrying a poor boy and was taken into foster care to get rid of public condemnation by her aunt, with whom she had been resentful for years. The girl's unusual temperament, her pure heart after a while, also softened her strict and cold Aunt Polly Harrington. The game of contentment that her father taught her soon makes Pollyanna famous in the city where she lives. According to this game, a person should be able to find a wonderful direction of all the events that happen to him in his life. The more severe the events, the more interesting the game is. In fact, a more entertaining and easily understandable case of the logic of there is a good in every evil, which we know, is reflected in the work. Thanks to this game, Pollyanna is always cheerful, lively. At the same time, he is a source of joy to those around him. He brings a warm breath to the cold and boring life of his Aunt Polly, changes the self-contained character of the sullen and uncouth John Pendleton, tells SNU, a bedridden lady who resents life, who is in a more serious condition, shows that there are beautiful things in her life, helps him reconcile. The writer clearly showed in his work how those who treated life positively, saw the full side of the glass, were patient for what happened to them, and found a reason to give thanks in everything will positively affect the lives of both themselves and those around them. However, no matter how pleasant it is to the ear, Pollyanna syndrome also has negative aspects. During an eclipse of this syndrome, a person cannot see reality and thinks of himself as someone bad who lives in a good world. Pollyanna syndrome occurs more often in children who do not feel love on the part of their parents. The child comes out of the shell from the skin to show himself to the parent. As a result, he loses the ability to feel his own personal desires and desires. Bye for now.